What's up, everybody? It's your boy Emceemur, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Flea Market Flippin'. Cruising around town, I happened to stop into a thrift store that I hadn't stopped into in ages, honestly, because there's really never anything there. But the action that ensued from there, I was not ready for, and I guarantee you're not ready for it either. Major things to look at today. Hey, before we get started, I hope you're going to go ahead and drop a like on this video. Go ahead, drop a like. Share this video on social media with a friend, wherever you hang out. And if it's your first time here on the show and you haven't yet done so, go ahead and subscribe to the Emceemur Show and be a part of what we got going on here. So again, this place is a dump and it usually has nothing. And I won't say I've never scored here. I have, but it's been a long time. And walking around this time, you know, they'd moved things around. I wasn't even sure if they still had games. At a glance, I just wasn't seeing anything. But I walked around as long as I could stand it, and eventually I did come to a back part of the store where they just had a few games on a shelf by themselves, which explained why there were no games mixed in with the DVDs anymore like they usually have them. And man, look at what's sitting here. A dadgum Xenosaga II. And furthermore, not just Xenosaga II, but a complete Xenosaga II in fantastic condition. What is this doing sitting here? Who throws this stuff away? I don't even know, but here it is. And you know, generally games in this place are marked $5. They don't check into what they've got. So yeah, it's gonna be $5 for this exceedingly rare game. Now, you don't need me to tell you that the Xenosaga series is super cool RPGs and super sought after games. But there are less and less of these on the market these days, especially in this condition. The people that are buying these games are buying for keeps, right? I mean, there's going to be less and less people looking to get rid of these things, so it's super cool to find this now. This is an awesome series, but it's not one that I've spent any time with because it's always been somewhat valuable. I remember selling the trilogy for under $100, probably some 10 years ago or maybe more. Now you're looking at, you know, as high as $50 for a game like this, and even higher if you're talking about the third one. So yeah, exceedingly rare game, super cool to take a look at, and unbelievable to find at this stink hole. It's got a nice manual with it. The discs are all in decent shape. They're all accounted for. This is how you want to find this game if you find it. We're paying $5 for this copy of Xenosaga II, and I should easily be able to get $50 for it. But that's not all that's sitting here. Here's a House of the Dead 3 for the Xbox. Again, talk about sought after titles, titles that people are really going back and taking a look at these days, titles that sell, games that people want. This is one of them, right? Super cool game. And on the Xbox, you know, we got a really nice copy here. It could be nicer, but again, the important thing to note is that it's complete. We got a manual, we got a box, we got a game. We're ready for some action here. I mean, the game is super cool, and you know, this was not a game that I played a whole lot of back in the day. But, you know, I kind of wish I had. The more I've seen of the series, I think I missed out on something really cool. But it's neat to take a look at here. And this copy, again, it's not in the greatest shape ever, but we're only giving $5 for it. And even in this condition, so long as it's complete, we're talking about getting easily $24, $25 for one like this. There's a copy of Witcher 2 sitting here, right? And it's complete. It's a big box version. It's got everything with it. It's got the quest handbook in there. It's got all the discs, the soundtrack, the manual inside. And you know, it's been loved on a little bit, but again, it's complete and it's all there. It's such a neat piece. And while Witcher 2 did go free to play on Gold, I mean eons ago, I imagine there's a lot of people that did not get in on that at that point, and Witcher 2 is backwards compatible. So for people that are still working on Witcher 3, for people that were late to that game, there's probably a lot of people still wanting to backtrack and play through this, as well they should. So this game is still bringing some bucks, and again, in this condition, this is how you want to find something like this. Absolutely fantastic piece, and again, we're talking about paying $5 for this copy of Witcher 2. Should easily be able to get 25 bucks for this. And this is totally weird. We got a PC Pac-Man game sitting here, still in the shrink wrap. And there were some other games too, but they didn't look very good. But you know, I never turn my back on the pack. And this game's going for $1.99 here. It's not marked at $5. So, I mean, $2, we're not talking a whole lot of risk there. Now, I'm not familiar with this particular Pac-Man game, but I am familiar with the fact that sealed games are definitely on the climb these days, and that in this condition, I would imagine this game would definitely have to fetch more than the $2 we're going to have in it. We're definitely picking this up. I generally keep all my Pac-Man related games, but this is a new one on me, and well, it looks legit, but it's sealed. Do we keep it, sell it, grade it, and sell it for $1 million and retire in the Caymans? Comment below and let me know what you think. Man, I'm just astounded at the day I'm having in this place, and I almost just took a walk, right? I didn't even go to the front counter to look around because there's never anything in there but like a $70 PS1 with the parts missing or whatever, so. But I did. I did go look. I was like, man, we're on a roll, right? We gotta look. And sure enough, I saw what I thought at a glance was a Wii U sitting in there, and I got really excited. Well, it wasn't a Wii U, but it was about as close as you could get. This bag had the Wii U gamepad in it, and then a whole bunch of other parts, right? I see a sensor bar, I see cords and cables, but we turn this thing over, and there's a first-party Pro controller in here. My goodness, I've been looking for one of these. Just get it on eBay, right? No, I don't want to do that. You know, I want to scavenge these things. I want to get nice, clean parts, games, controllers, and have no money in them. That's the goal, right? That's the dream. And this is what we got, right? This bag is $29.99. $30 for this sack of goodness. If it all works, the money's definitely there. And you know, getting this stuff back to the lab and looking it over, the pad's in pretty good shape. There's a couple of marks on the thumbsticks, but they're intact, they feel good, the buttons are good, the screen's clean, it all cleans up really nice and it looks good. It's got the charger, the dock, it had a sensor bar in there. Just a pretty good grab bag of parts, all worth something, right? The pad by itself, I mean, the replacement pads are going for upwards of $100, because where are you going to get one if you need one? Walmart? You can't just go buy one of these things. But I was really excited to get this Wii U Pro controller, though. For a lot of you that watch the show, you know, we've been doing a lot on our Is This Still Online series on Wii U games, because the online communities on those games are of course shrinking. We want to pump them back up and ultimately see if they're even still there. But I just haven't had any luck with third-party controllers, and I really need one of these to get on my game. On games like Call of Duty Black Ops 2 or Mass Effect 3. We had a great response to the episode we did on Mass Effect 3, and there are still people playing it. It's fantastic on Wii U. So for that, it's paramount that you have a controller like this. I don't want to shell out the big bucks for it. Here it is with this lot. I mean, and we're getting it for free, right? We're keeping it for free because this lot, as clean as it is, we only have $30 in it. We're going to at least get $100 for the pad, and the controller can stay right here with me. Man, just an outrageous trip back to this thrift store after not seeing anything here for years. I mean, I just quit going because there was never anything there. I figured somebody was just cleaning it out from the inside, or people just weren't throwing away expensive Duke anymore. But sure am glad I stopped buy today. What do you think of the things that we scooped up? Have you played these games? Are you somebody that's been through the Xenosaga trilogy? Are you a Witcherer? Do you like that series? Let me know your experiences with those in the comments section below. You know that I love getting a conversation going with you right here on the show, something that we do a lot of. I am so thrilled to get that Pro controller again. There's a lot of online Wii U play that I'm going to be doing a lot better on now with this thing in my possession. That's a keeper. Super clean. I'm just tickled to death with it. Back to the Flea next week for more excitement, more action on site. You never know what we're going to find, and that's why you got to stay tuned to the Emceemur show. I hope that you liked this video. Hope you're going to drop a like on this video if you haven't already done so, and I hope that you're going to subscribe to the Emceemur show and be a part of our nation, because we're rising up all the fantastic things we do right here on the show. You need to be a part of it. Make sure that you smash that notification bell so you're always first to know when new content goes live. Content just like this little thrift store pick right here. We're always finding cool stuff, and you just never know what's next. But one thing's for sure, I always like bringing it right here to the show to show you what we got going on, what we're finding, and what's going on in the market today. Emceemur signing off for this fantabulous episode, and I will see each and every one of you again on the next one.